Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.
All right, we're live.
Yeah.
Okay, so this works better.
Oh,
All right, you wanted to do a screen share there, AJ, so we got everything looking good on my live stream over here.
yeah, no worries. It's just like a kind of entertainment for you guys, so I can just talk with you while doing some practice and all.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
well,
tight.
GM everybody, not another Bitcoin podcast, joined by Double O Tats as always. We have AJ Tunes, my official artist. I fucking love you, AJ. Looks like you're drawing me, Bobcat, Double O. We're still waiting on Miggy to send a full body photo so we can get the Not Another Media Group AJ Tunes group selfie kind of vibes going. I guess to start things off, AJ, introduce yourself. Let the audience know a little bit about you and what you're doing.
So, hello, the crowd. I'm AJ. I'm from India, and I'm a 2D, 3D illustrator and animator. I'm just learning and creating from last 5 years, and I've been like in a crypto since 2019 with Kane, and Kane is the guy who introduced me to the crypto and NFTs and stuff. So I'm just leveling up and creating a studio. So maybe we can just so you can say a professional works to go through the Web3, like the Web2 always have the professional peoples. So I just thinking like make the Web3 also a good kind of stuff where people just comes around and just gets entertained. So thinking
Gotcha.
that's it.
Yeah, definitely need to get your studio going so people can take you more seriously because your art, man, is come such a long way, bro, and the quality is insane. What has the turnaround time been difference wise on like when you first started, when and now that the quality has changed? Is it take you about the same amount of time, or what's the time difference? Like have you gotten quicker with it, or does it still take long, or does it take even longer now that it's even higher quality?
No, actually, the time difference when I started was like a bit of lot of time because I was just exploring where I didn't know the softwares too much. I used to YouTube a lot and just self-learning was the part of me a great deal for that time. But after the years of continuously, ridiculously studying about without when you don't have any courses or you don't have money to spend on the courses or while you just have the YT and other crack courses, like you have to go for little illegal stuffs and just learn through a you can say a gamble type. So I just when I used to draw or illustrate at that time, I used to take like a hell lot of time, like a week for a one art, and that was really hectic. Like I was questioning myself, like will I able to do it now? But continuously, when I just overtimely just the will of mine is the greatest weapon I can have, because I never give up. Like I never give up. Like it's getting too long, so I'm getting bored. Nah, this is my passion, bro. So I was just continuously drawing, creating stuffs, and I didn't even know like the one art used to take off 1 week. Now I'm doing it in a 6 hours or like a 3 hours if I
Oh
just
wow,
sit on a full
nice.
fledged.
Yeah, that's what's
Okay,
up. That's what's up.
that's
So
sustainable.
are you using a pen on the screen or using your mouse?
Yeah, no. I'm using a pen on the screen. Like it's a Wacom Cintiq 21
Okay,
inches.
yeah. That's good. That's great. 'Cause, yeah, I see the mouse moving, but you using your pen. That's fire. That's fire. It's looking good too. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see.
So that was the thing. Like the journey has been really hectic, but I really enjoyed like what the obstacles and challenges I have faced. That has eventually made me something that I think now I'm like a indestructible person, because my foundation has been so strong. Like Kane has helped me a lot, to be honest. To be honest, like all the credit goes to him, because I've started my journey from him. There was like a calm space, if you remember, Kane. Like he made us meet, like how we started to see like how I'm going. So I think that was I think I was a lucky guy. Like he met me and he made me introduced to yourself. So my all my foundation is goes to 50% to 60% goes to the Kane, because I built my audience through him. And even he was had a peak time on the NFTs and stuff. So I can
Yeah,
just
well,
can't
bro,
stop
half
thanking him.
half of my shit goes to you too, bro. Because like if Comp Space didn't introduce us, I don't know if I would have done as much NFT stuff, because I couldn't find an artist that was willing to work with me in the way that you were willing to work with me. I'm pretty fucking crazy, bro. We butted heads a lot in our like trying to get things moving, and you were just as much of like my success, I guess, as if I am to yours. Like a lot of those NFTs on Wax blew up because your style and like the consistency too, man. We were doing NFTs every day. It was pretty insane, bro.
That was a crazy time. I am really saying like I just want that time to be back and make a millions again, because that time I was just a dumb guy, just know how to use a pencil and draw. While I'll say I don't even know how to draw that time, but even that time we had a peak time all over the like blockchain. Like we just used to bang on them like with our foolish things. But now we have the stuff. I think we can just kill it like for the first at the start round.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. We got to bring back NFTs, and there's a lot of platforms that are helping provide utility to NFTs. So we're gonna get back into it, especially with things like Dial.wtf. All of our NFT art for the NFTs on Dial, you're gonna be our artist. You know what I mean? So like we have different things that we're doing that will involve NFTs and we'll need artists for, especially like I said with Dial.wtf. Those are going to be like token gateways to like the podcasting, the live stream chat, and all those things. So, and then plus we have so much stuff that we can do, like you said. Double O, do you want to talk a little bit about your news from yesterday / today? Because you're like Rick James Rich now, right?
Ah, Rick
Fuck,
James,
fuck,
bitch.
fuck my couch. Is that where we're at now?
Little razzle dazzle, you know what I'm saying? A little skittle diddle, you know what I'm saying? Definitely got to give a huge shout out to the whole Bitcoin Cash community, man, for just being there, supporting me this whole time, keeping me mentally, you know what I mean? When I wasn't, mentally, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't focused. I was losing, you know what I mean, composure a little bit, but after like, this is my third attempt at, getting a successful campaign for the Bitcoin Cash tattoo sprinter van. And now I'm finally successful. Yesterday morning, almost last night. Well, yesterday, whatever. I got funded from a mysterious anonymous donor my whole campaign. He funded the whole campaign in one donation, man. And I just want to give a huge shout out to whoever he is, whoever they are, he, she, whatever, because they came through and making my dream a reality and turning this mission into a real thing. You know what I mean? It's like it was in my head for so long, and now it's becoming a reality. It feels really, really good to just be experiencing this feeling right now.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it feels like to see the community have that much faith in you. I mean, I get it. It came from like one person, but there has been dozens of people over the time that have helped contribute. You know what I'm saying? So like, again, that level of faith where, people don't just say they got you, they actually got you. They put their money where their mouth is or whatever. That's gotta feel motivating, bro. Like, you gotta probably like have a fire under your ass. Like, I gotta get shit going. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. What's your game plan for the next couple days? Sort of like a checklist of things that you have to do with the funds to sort of get things ball rolling. Have you looked at like what's like the minimum cost of getting this Sprinter van, just so we can acquire the physical van itself?
Yeah. I started looking at all this like 6 months ago when I first made the first campaign. You know what I mean?
No,
but
true.
Since then, right, my campaigns have changed. The funding has changed. A lot of stuff has changed. So I'm really like more or less, now that I got the funds, I'm gonna do more of an in-depth research. You know what I mean? So that way I can know where I can budget. You know what I mean? Cause like my initial campaign was for 17,000, but with the decrease of the value, it made it, so it. The campaign was successful for about 11 grand, about 10 grand.
Okay.
So that kind of affects my options, you know what I mean, a little bit, but not too much, and still be able to get it done. Like I said, now that I got the money, I'm gonna be, take my mom with me. She's gonna probably, get it in her name, she got better credit score, and
you could always do it in my name type shit too. I think I might have a better credit score than your mom, but she also has like military discounts and like, I don't know, like, people like females or even females of color, like all that different shit goes real well when it comes to trying to get like, things moving in different directions. But you always got me as a co-signer if that shit helps.
For sure. I'm definitely gonna take advantage of all options. Yeah, for sure. My intention is to pretty much live on tour in this damn Sprinter van,
No, that makes sense, bro. You should.
There's
There's tattoo conventions all over the country. You could be driving and having a little like, tailgate conference of your own. You could do a meetup. You could be traveling just tailgating the tattoo conventions and expos and just stuff like that, plus all the other things in between that, you know what I mean? So yeah, you definitely have like a destination travel kind of thing where it's like you got places you can definitely go where you fit in, but then you could also make yourself fit in other things, like maybe there's like a car rally or something you can pull up in, or
anything,
exactly, literally
any type of event, any type of concert, any gathering, social gathering, I'm pulling up, you know what I mean? And I'm introducing Bitcoin Cash to that community. People that didn't have no idea what crypto was or anything like that, they're going to be very familiar by the time they get done talking to me. And
I think you also need to step up those outfits too. Not to say like, again, I know the budget went down with the market, but it wouldn't hurt to throw a band at like a really nice suit. So you do pop when you are at those things, because then you have your like daily walk around suits, but then you got that like stack suit that like no matter where you go you pop, you know what I'm saying? And it's all Bitcoin cashed out and shit.
Yeah, with like motherfucking calligraphy all on it and just like like a real deal. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
like motherfucking,
exactly.
Warehouse.
Because then people have to walk up to you and be like, "So who are you? What do you do?" Like, you know what I mean? Like a suit. Like you get it. That's why you have that persona of 00 tats. Like that, people already kind of do that. But like again, when you're gonna be traveling as much as you are, you're gonna need something that stands out.
Yeah, because like when I dress like this, looking like a regular nigga, like, you know what I mean? Like I get treated like a regular nigga, bro, and it's like, I'd be like, damn, well, excuse me, motherfucker. Like,
Bro, when you wear a suit and I'm dressed like me, people think you are like my social security officer, so like social service worker. They're like, what is this dude doing with this dude? Because like, they're like, oh, he must be helping him. Like,
man, nah, for real.
Yeah, because I see how people treat you in this suit, bro, and I'm like, damn, it almost makes me want to put a fucking tie on.
Yeah, because they get to ask me questions and stuff, and they feel like, you know, I'm somebody important, you know, like, and it's like, nah, I'm just a nigga in a certain tie.
Yeah, but it's that Bitcoin Cash energy too, man. They see that and they're like, wait, what's the BCH? Like, what do you do? Like, you know what I mean? It's just all that starts making them, and then they want to talk to you now. You don't even have to. And that's what I think your superpower really is. Like, you don't have to start conversations about Bitcoin Cash. People start conversations with you. You just have to segue it into Bitcoin Cash, and that's just who you are. So it always comes up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And
You want to
listen? Go ahead.
Now, I was just saying, do you want to jump into some topics? Because right now, Bitcoin is attempting to recover after briefly falling below 60K last week. And it is now holding around 63,000, with the ETF flows remaining a major market driver. I wanted to see what you guys thought. Is buying Bitcoin through an ETF still Bitcoin? I'll kick it off with no.
I was at electronic, right?
Exchange traded fund. And no, it's paper Bitcoin. It's not the same. It doesn't even contribute to the value or market cap of Bitcoin. And it's just another, I don't even want to say derivative. It's just a paper Bitcoin. ETFs don't contribute. So you're literally buying something in a way that you don't actually own it. You're not actually buying it. And in the way you're not even actually buying it, you're not contributing to a way in which the price will go up. I guess people could say people speculate on the ETFs and all this, and it contributes because it's like priced in, but it's not. When people are buying Bitcoin through ETFs, they're not really buying Bitcoin, and they're also not buying it. Like, since they're not buying Bitcoin, they're not helping, you know, the price go up on the market. So the more we see these institutions getting sidetracked into not, you know, holding their own sats and accumulating it through these ETFs just because it's the only way they legally can gain access to, it's not helping. We're actually hurting. But I think it's all artificial. Like, when all these artificial Bitcoin or fucking paper Bitcoin derivatives all get, like, you know, people get woke up to it, or regulations change and things change to where they can actually get BTC on the balance sheets and not have to go through the ETFs, especially for like 401ks and stuff. I think that will really matter, but that's inevitability. So right now what we're seeing is SpaceX being worth more than all of Bitcoin right now. Like, SpaceX's IPO is worth more than Bitcoin's market cap. It's like $1.8 trillion and Bitcoin's at like 1.2. So just one random company is worth more than Bitcoin. And that company just started. It ain't even a real thing, and they don't even make money. They run losing money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're losing billions of dollars, and they're worth almost 2 trillion, right, in market cap. So yeah, I think like what we're seeing is all these distractions contribute, but eventually that, not to say like an AI bubble will pop, but I think the FOMO energy and all that stuff, just like in crypto, there's going to be like AI seasons. And I think that we're going to see like AI and crypto have these like counter trade seasons where, like, if crypto's doing well, AI might not be doing as well. And then vice versa. People are just going to keep jumping those ships back and forth and riding the wave. But yeah, no, ETFs are not contributing to Bitcoin. It is not buying Bitcoin. I don't know what you guys think, but not a big fan.
Man, listen. I was with a dude last night, and I hooked him up with a tat, and he paid me in Bitcoin Cash. And he asked me what type of payment would I accept when he wanted to pay me in Bitcoin. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't want no Bitcoin, bro. That shit gonna take forever to get here. I'm ready to go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he was like, all right, well then I hooked him up with a Celine wallet and showed him how, and he did it so fast. He was like so surprised, like, damn, I didn't know that it was gonna go that fast. I'm like, yeah, bro, this is sound money. This is the way Bitcoin was actually designed to work. Like, this is the real deal. This shit, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to get involved with this shit. And I talked to him a little bit about my campaign and how, and he's into music and he's a teacher, art, basically a music teacher, and he makes music. He's also Grammy nominated as well. He's like officially Grammy nominated recording artist. You feel me? And or I think a recording producer. Regardless, Grammy nominated. You know what I mean? Got some prestige on his name to the point to where he want to get involved with Bitcoin Cash and try to help promote, and you know what I mean, and help do whatever he can to, help build infrastructure, like, because he understands the importance and what the crypto community needs to become mainstream and to have an infrastructure throughout the society and the world. And he's like, one conversation, over one tattoo, and now he's like, like, what's up, bro? Like, what do I need to do? Like, congratulations on your campaign. I'm trying to, be involved as well. And I'm like, say less.
Well, what we need to get is like some basic marketing stuff. Like, I mean, I don't know. I know like the Futurist fund me got funded, so I got my flight and my room and all that covered to go to Futurist with the group of people that are getting the booth and stuff. But we need stuff like that we can always roll around with, like a backpack full of Bitcoin Cash stuff, like cash stamps, bumper stickers, Bitcoin Cash accepted here for like businesses to like put on the front doors, just stuff like in a, like, you know what I mean, like like we're door-to-door salesman type shit. Yeah, exactly. We need a Bitcoin Cash swag bag, so when we be going around, we have stuff that we can just put a sticker on a stop sign, hit a car with a bumper sticker. If we can pitch a store to accept Bitcoin Cash, we got this sticker to put on the front door that lets the world know. Like, we need that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with the way you're rolling.
Yeah, for sure. It's happening. I mean, shit, I got some funding now, and this is like, this was for, I'm pretty sure, the community is under understanding of, this is the first step, the down payment, you know what I mean? And we gotta worry about actually building and adding all the customizations and everything, stuff like that. So this is the beginning, I believe, and I think at the beginning, but maybe step one, you know what I mean? That means beginning. Yeah, so like, I mean, I kind of forgot where I was going with that.
I was waiting for you to go somewhere, but it's all right.
Right. I was looking around and I got lost. I was like, where am I at?
All right, well, for our second segment, I have for the institutional error, several analysts and asset managers are openly describing 2026 as the beginning of crypto's institutional error, with regulation and ETF access accelerating institutional finance participation. Grayscale and all this stuff, and what we're seeing with MicroStrategy, the Genius Act, the Clarity Act, and all that stuff. Has crypto finally made it?
I'm glad you asked that, because I feel like it's the beginning. Like you said, like 2026 has been a good year. It's been having two different, political government, shits that got to do with crypto, and that's a good fucking start, But I feel like, the exposure is going, man, listen, what we about to do with this Bitcoin Cash tattoo sprinter van, bro, is gonna do more for, man, listen, it's gonna be real world, you feel me, asset that's gonna teach people about crypto in a way that's like personal, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna understand it, they're gonna feel it, you feel me? Man, a lot of people don't even know shit about the government or politics or bills or acts or any of these clauses. They don't know shit about nothing that's going on with the government or any of that shit. So for all these clauses and acts and stuff, like for the general public, the people that I that they ain't even keeping up with it. So it won't affect them, until it affect them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But like now with the Sprinter van, and they're gonna be able to communicate with people like us, personal level. They're gonna gain an understanding of the importance of all this stuff that's going on behind the scenes. and that's something that's super valuable to the public, bro. That is going to be, I know it's going to be transcending, because like it's something that's, when you don't know you need it, you feel me, it never affects you. But when you realize that you need it, it create a whole different type of motivation to, like spread the word, spread the, the knowledge of, okay, this is some shit that we all need, not just me. I didn't even realize I needed it, but now that I do know I need it, and I realize not only I need it, but the world needs it. Like anybody dealing with money type of transactions, we need to be using crypto instead of using fiat, and fucking with this fucking corrupt government system. And like I said, us being able to travel, pull up face to face, that's mass invaluable, bro. It's gonna be able to, man, listen, cause
Well, what you touched on is something that's pretty important that people are missing with this like institutional error, is that we leapfrogged the retail investors. We leapfrogged the 99% to appeal to the 1% again, to just create another 1%. Now there's a 2%. Like this, I guess. We doubled the 1%, but I don't know how I feel about it, right? Like, we skipped the pizza shops and went right to Steak and Shake, the franchises, right? No, we need to go to the mom and pops. We need we need the small businesses. We need the retail investors. We need my mom, your mom, our fucking friends and family using this stuff before the institutional error starts.
Right.
Now what they're gonna do is price us out, create their own, closed gated ecosystems with white labeling and centralization, just pandering and culturally appropriating our technology in our community. And I don't know, man, like everyone's excited about like the institutional error, and I get it. Like, yeah, I agree, we are in the beginnings of the institutional error, but we're leapfrogging the retail investors. We're leaving out everybody else that should have been on board well before this moment. And I think it just, like, not to say like I failed or we failed, but we could have done more. We could have on-ramped more people. We could have helped more people set up their wallets before Cash App had Bitcoin in Cash App. Now, what's the point of having my own, Celine wallet if I can just use Cash App, right? Like, no, the point is self-custody. And because these institutions are coming in and giving these custodial solutions, it's really like people are missing the entire point. And what we're going to see is maybe, stuff like in 401ks and stuff like that, like people are gonna have access to paper Bitcoin, but they're gonna feel like that's enough, and that's gonna stop them from going that next step farther. And that's the part where we come in.
I was just gonna say,
hey, these institutions are getting in. We have countries that are getting in. We have reserves being made, and all this stuff. Like, let me show you how to be your own bank. And I think that it helps us as like these ambassadors of cryptocurrency now more than ever, because we were fighting against the mainstream for years. They were calling it a scam. They were saying the only people using crypto are criminals. And now we have Michael Saylor, and people are heartbroken when he sells some Bitcoin, right? So that conversation, when we like knock on doors and start shilling crypto, is a lot different, because their interest is there. But the problem is they have these centralized solutions. When we start pitching self-custody, Celine wallet, this, that, and the other thing, they're already thinking, well, can't I just go to Coinbase or Robinhood? You know what I mean? I'm like, you could, but it ain't yours.
But see, my culture, they're going to be like, I can even tell them, like, it's easier to convince them that the government is the enemy. You know what I mean? It's not even a convincing thing.
I ain't gonna say, like, your culture still got the shoebox bank method. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. So now I'm like, hey, it's your digital shoebox. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, like, that's a dope idea. Fuck a wallet. Fuck a wallet. We need a shoebox.
Hey, we're gonna need to make a wallet, call it a shoebox. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
for real. Edge Wallet is open source. So with Edge Wallet, you can literally copy and paste and just change the UI UX and like the name, and you could have your own app on the App Store that does everything Edge Wallet does, but it could be called like Shoebox. That's pretty dope. I like that.
You like that? Niggas
I was talking to
like
Crypto
that.
Gal. I was talking to Crypto Gal, and I was like, there's no wallets for girls, and she was like, you know what I mean? I'm like, well, like, nah, there's only wallets, but girls fuck with purses.
Purses.
And now Crypto Gal has crypto purse she's working on. I'm really happy about that.
That's fire. Damn.
Yeah. Nobody made
that was
a
heavy.
crypto holder for females. It's all wallets, and like wallet is typically a man.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Look, bro, that shit like that, bro. Shit like that, bro. It be the fact that you got social freaking experience, you were able to make that connection. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm over here tripping right now because like it's kind of one of those no-brainers, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Right,
like every time I see a no-brainer in crypto, I'll be like, damn, how the fuck? What took y'all so long to figure that out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like,
there really ain't anybody in crypto though. That's the thing, bro. There's more people that like I don't know. Think of a random like band, bro. K-pop Demon Hunter.
You said Hello Kitty. I remember you said Hello Kitty.
Oh yeah, Hello Kitty. More people fuck with Hello Kitty than crypto all together. All of crypto added up don't have as many people into it as crypto as Hello Kitty does. Like more people are into Care Bears. There's more furries. There's more furries than there are people into crypto. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
you know what though? All of those things been out longer than cryptos as well.
Exactly. No, for real, you're right. But I'm saying like that's the thing. We that early. We're so everybody thinks like, oh, everybody's in crypto. No, we're not even at like AOL dial-up because more people had AOL in their living room than people have crypto in their wallets.
Bar on everything. That's facts too. Cause bro, when I tell you I had so many motherfucking AOL CDs, 250 hours of internet, that is crap. That's making me think about like, damn, we used to have to, we had a time limit on our internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? It's crazy. Hey, AJ over here going crazy though, ain't he?
Yeah.
I'm just listening and getting educated. Educated.
Oh, feel free to jump in whenever you want. If you want to ask some questions, go for it. I'm going to jump into the next segment here, which is Michael Saylor and Corporate Bitcoin. Strategy purchased another 1,550 BTC, continuing its aggressive Bitcoin accumulation despite recent market weakness. So the dude who just sold 32 Bitcoin and created all this FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD, FUD, right? He created this FUD by selling 32 Bitcoin. Everybody goes nuts. The market tanks like 50%, and then he goes and buys 1,550 BTC, and the market doesn't recover or react the same way it did when he sold 32. That is again because he knew something we didn't know, or they see things we don't see, and they're aware of the SpaceX IPO, and they're aware of AI stocks. They're aware of all these things that are kind of taking that casino level money out of crypto. The people that would throw high risk, high reward money around, they're heading to other places like SpaceX. They're headed to other places like AI, and not doing it through AI tokens, crypto tokens, but through AI tokens through like buying the stock. So yeah, they're aware, right? But the fact that he just bought 1,550 BTC after selling 32 Bitcoin and causing this huge dip only goes to my earlier point in one of our other episodes when I was saying he caused this dip just so he could try to make some money back. He bought a hell of a lot more than he sold. So he's hoping, right, that they're betting on this, having an effect in pumping the market back up. I don't feel the same way. Even after buying 1,550 BTC, the market has not recovered. It isn't one of those moments where he thought he was China and he could ban Bitcoin and unban Bitcoin, and now he's unbanning it and hoping that the market will react. No, people have decided to look elsewhere, and I think that we're going to see that throughout the rest of this year, where AI is going to be getting a lot of that high risk, high reward money. There's not that high reward in crypto anymore. It's just the high risk.
Right, especially if you going in there with the mindset of let me make an investment to reap a benefit. That's what's going to happen. You making a risk. But if you go with the mindset of, okay, you know what, I know this has value, so I can accept it as payment for a product or service, and regardless of if it fluctuated or not, I already received payment for my product or service, and the little fluctuation, it shouldn't. I feel like you should price with that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Put your price. If you accept in crypto, put a price to where you can compensate for the fluctuation. You know what I mean? Type deal. Maybe because I mean it might fluctuate 50%, so you can't really put that type of premium on it. But at the same time, shit, bro, I just feel like if you all in crypto and you got a product or service, you need to put that product and service on the market and accept crypto, you know, to help the mission of crypto. You know what I mean? Even though we still early, like every little transaction helps and every merchant helps. So whatever product or service that you're using or promoting, it need to be accepting crypto or Bitcoin Cash in order to, you know, help spread the adoption of crypto globally, because
Well, I'll wake you up a little bit, bro, because like that's half of it, but also all that does is create a selling pressure. So like the fact that you can spend your Bitcoin Cash at all these places isn't actually a net positive for the price of Bitcoin Cash, because all those places that you're spending your Bitcoin Cash, they have to sell it immediately for liquidity. They got to get US dollars to pay their rent, to pay their bills, and to get their supplies from their supplier, because none of those places accept Bitcoin Cash. So every time you spend Bitcoin Cash on anything anywhere, you're creating sell pressure. You're selling it for US dollar. You're just not doing it personally. You're offloading that responsibility to the person you're engaging with through commerce. Every time you spend Bitcoin Cash at a pizza place, that pizza place isn't holding Bitcoin Cash, and they're not buying more just because they accept it. They're selling it immediately. What we need is supply chain acceptance. If businesses were able to take what they get at the register in crypto and spend it in crypto as crypto for their goods and services that they already provide, that would be the value add. But that's so far from now, and I've always kind of been against merchant adoption, only because they don't have anything to do with it except sell it. So all we're doing when we spend our crypto on stuff is really just selling it for dollars. It's just a different way of doing it. It's not like they're holding it in a reserve. They're not accumulating it. They're not putting it on their balance sheets as like holding Bitcoin Cash. They're unfortunately selling it, and everybody is, even Steak and Shake. It's not like they're holding that Lightning Bitcoin. They're accumulating some sats in Lightning, and then they're selling it for dollars.
Yeah, damn. And see, that's something I noticed in it as well too. Like you're right. Everybody is pretty much at the end. The end result is acquire the crypto to gain more dollars, and that's kind of counterproductive. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to find the spot where you buy your tattoo ink and see if we can get them to accept Bitcoin Cash. And like, even if we can find a small supplier for tattoo equipment, and like the owner of the business is willing to put the cash in the register, and you just send Bitcoin Cash to his wallet, we can talk him into actually holding it. Like, this is a way for you to like get it through without having to buy it, type blah blah blah. That would be the value add right there, because then like a lot of these small business owners, they want exposure into crypto, and I think, like, you know, if they were to be able to barter in that sense, like that would help, maybe, where they're like, oh, I can put like $100 in a register. He's buying some black ink. He'll send me the Bitcoin Cash. We could offer them 10% over market value because volatility. What if Bitcoin Cash goes down 10%? Well, if it goes down 10%, I gave you 10% more than what you needed. Sell it for cash then if you need the liquidity in the moment, right? Or just ride it out. But like, that's what we need to do. That's what I'm saying. We need that Bitcoin Cash swag bag. We got to start knocking on doors, and we really need people to accept it in a way that they're holding it, not just selling it for dollars immediately.
Yeah, I get that, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to fish out some ones that be willing to do it, especially if I can offer them a free tattoo.
Yeah, right, exactly. We got here, is corporate Bitcoin accumulation bullish? No, not really. Again, we just saw, like, I mean, corporate selling is bearish, but I don't think the accumulation is bullish anymore. It doesn't, you know, with the OTC deals, it doesn't reflect on the market when they buy it. So the way they buy Bitcoin, it's not like it increases their price, but the way they sell it is on the market, and it does hurt the price. So yeah, I think anything to do with corporate accumulation to me is bearish, because it is only potential or inevitable bearish, right? Like buying it ain't bullish, accumulation ain't bullish, but selling it is bearish. So the more Michael Saylor buys, MicroStrategy bought 1,550 Bitcoin after selling 32. Now people are just more worried about the Bitcoin he might sell next, right? What if he just sells 500 Bitcoin next, right? Like, so yeah, this has, I think, more bearish than bullish potential. I guess we can move on to the next segment here, which is venture capital and crypto culture. So I guess for the discussions here, we can talk a little bit about did VCs improve crypto or financialize it? Are founders building products or raising rounds? Have token launches replaced actual innovation? Let's lock in on that one. And yeah, token launches have definitely replaced actual innovation, and I think AI has highlighted that more than anything, because a lot of these projects could be vibe coded overnight for a percentage of their market caps. So like to see a lot of these token projects being like, this is what we're building, this is the white paper, this is the roadmap, and they've been grinding it for years, to see like what can be vibe coded overnight and tokenized overnight, and all this stuff can have I think the pressure is really on a lot of these legacy token launches that have been around, like fucking Asvoria, for example. Holy shit, everything Asvoria ever promised us could be vibe coded, and they never did anything, right? So like that's the point. I think like we're at a time where people are seeing, oh, you've been around for 5 years, you've been building for 5 years, but now with AI, the expectations, the bar has been raised, because things can be built so quickly that the excuse that these projects have for like milking all the liquidity out of their token is gone. They used to be able to drag these rugs out for 5 and 10 years, and I don't think they're going to be able to drag rugs out anymore with these token launches. Innovation is demanded. I think an MVP is the minimum. A viable product is minimal now. You're going to have something that does something before anybody wants to put something into it. You can't just sell an idea. You can't pitch a roadmap. You can't ask for money to get from A to B. You have to be on your way, if not already there, and then ask for some funding. And I think the market's going to reflect that heavily. We're going to see a lot of consolidation this year. Before the end of 2026, we're going to see a huge market consolidation, because so many of these shitcoin projects, bro, that are out there are literally just dick beating time so they can drain money out from investors. They ain't doing shit but dragging time around so they can drain money out of the fucking liquidity pools, or drain out the market cap, and have the market makers do their thing while they do their thing. And I think that what we're seeing right now is the end of it, in that sense, where we're probably going to see stuff that does stuff and it just makes money overnight. There's no more ideas that are going to be doing that, but the stuff that will exist, these pop-ups, a lot of fork things are probably going to happen where people are going to pick up the pace and be like, yo, this project's been dragging ass, let's fork it and finish it. And that's what's going to happen. People are going to vibe code their ways to success. So yeah, I definitely do think that token launches are done in that sense of like, yeah, it's not going to be the way that you make money to make something. You're going to have to make something and then make money. Nobody's investing in your idea. You got to get that idea up and running now, because it's so easy to do it. It's too easy. Yeah. You can prompt your way to the top.
Literally. I get that. It's like, if you can make an app and off your, like if you vibe code an app and this app works and has functionality of some like fucking big company,
TipTop.chat, bro. Bobcat built TipTop.chat with zero investors. No funding, no money. You know what I'm saying? Imagine when we're ready to start taking in capital and taking in investors and stuff and raising funds. We already have the thing. It's built. TipTop.chat exists. It works. It functions. It does a thing that needed to be done, right? And that's what I think people are going to be looking for, is stuff like TipTop.chat. Like, we're going to be able to make that into an actual business because it already is an actual business.
Right.
Other people want to sell a token so they can build the business.
Yeah, I'm about to tap in on the TikTok shop. It's on here right now, right?
Yeah, yeah. So if anybody watching, if you scan to tip that QR code that's on the screen, you could send in a donation via tiptop.chat. It'll give you a super chat like pop up where it will shout you out on the overlay. So your name and message and all that stuff will show up here on the screen. And yeah, we can earn crypto anywhere you live stream, whether it's on YouTube or OnlyFans or anywhere in between. Anywhere you live stream, you can earn crypto tips, and the people that support you can get these really cool overlay effects that like YouTube does with super chats or Twitch does with bits. TipTop does with the chat pop up. We got to come up with a term for that because they got super chat, they got bits. Yeah, we got crypto tips. I guess it's really all it really is. It's just a crypto tip. Just a tip.
It's silly, just a tip.
All right, we can jump into the next segment here, which is conferences, influencers, and KOLs. When did crypto conferences become business conferences? I will answer that.
Yeah,
2022, 2023, somewhere around when the pandemic ended. Like, because everybody got in during that pandemic, and as soon as like the lockdown ended and everybody was out and about, I think it's Bitcoin 23. Was that the one that Trump was at? It was like the year before it really got sooty. But yeah, I would say the year Trump spoke at the Bitcoin conference, it was officially a business conference. And all these crypto conferences are now business conferences. I don't think there's any actual crypto conference left that I can think of. I mean, even Futurist has gone more business sense. I mean, they have been acquired in new ownership, same with like, Consensus and all that, but like everything has gone more towards this business conference vibe. I don't know if we'll ever see a crypto conference again unless we get Shitcoin conference funded.
Shitcoin conference is gonna be lit. No worries. Let's see.
Are influencers helping adoption or selling narratives?
Selling narratives.
No shit, man. None of these motherfuckers use crypto, hold crypto. None of them. Like, it's crazy. And it's like the actual people like in the content creation space that do have bags don't make crypto content. Like Mr. Beast, Asmongold, iShowSpeed, all those, they got bags of crypto, but they don't make crypto content. So they're not like crypto influencers, and like I guess they're in a sense like, content creators, not influencers, but they have brand deals. They do influence in certain sense with their sponsorships, and they just don't do anything in crypto. But they're the only real ones. It's the silent actors right now. It's like iShowSpeed, Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, Asmongold, all those. They got
when we pull up in this Sprinter van, they're gonna be like, "Damn, what y'all got going on? Let me get some of that shit." Like, watch, bro. Like, watch.
What's up, AJ?
Yeah, so I was just gonna say for the cryptocurrencies, like I think we like for the Web 2 world, or you can say a normal world, we have government, right? So for the governing the all the things, I think the cryptocurrencies should have their own government actually, where the things are not the same as like the real world, but to govern the currencies or the projects, like whatever the new project you wanna build, or you wanna just open a new business and you're committing with the public, like we are gonna do this and that and blah blah shit, you get the fundings. But the government does is that, like whatever your things you are suggesting or you can just stating to the public, you should do that within the period of time or more. But if you have been failing for that, you have to compensate in a such a way, like the people either on the cash or means, I don't know, but you have to compensate or either do that community, so that will keep these things alive, because the things that are going right now is just
Well,
all
there are some solutions like that, AJ. I mean, there's foundations where people basically work for the blockchain through the foundation, and they could be fired or somebody else could be hired through voting. There's DAOs DAOs are very similar, where people vote on whether or not somebody will get paid to do something that they're, saying, hey, I'll do this if you give me that. People, so there kind of is a government body in crypto, but not an overall arching government body. But each crypto kind of has its own self-governance through its community, whether it's like a foundation or a DAO or things like that. I know, like, right now Bitcoin Cash doesn't really have like the foundation, but it uses like fundme.cash. There is the Litecoin Foundation, where you can get a job for Litecoin, and if they don't like what you're doing, the foundation, the community can fire you. So there are some solutions, but it's not exactly what you're describing. But I don't think what you're describing could exist because of extortion, lobbying, bribing, things like that. Even like
Yeah.
if I know that you're on the governing body for Bitcoin, all I got to do is threaten your family and loved ones, and maybe you'll vote on something in my favor, right? So that's why we have to keep things as anonymous as possible. And I think
Right, right.
that's like why Charles Hoskins is stepping aside publicly. I think he even realized like that was probably a mistake. Things like you should just be more of a silent actor than a loud actor.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Even
before we
like I was talking about the network school, like if you don't know, that network school is built on a Malaysian island, and he's been built by the Balaji Srinivasan, who is the CTO of Coinbase. So that island is majorly made for crypto projects and investors, and you can say the individuals who are just the starters. So that especially the island is for the networking for the people in crypto. Majorly it's what it's made, and even you can pay and book for that network school with an Ethereum, Solana, and I think
Oh wow.
base. Yeah, you can see, just go through the website. Actually, it's really crazy. Like if you want to build a network and go for some starters, or just want to approach some projects or get hired or get into a business deal, like I think it's the best place you can just go and find persons.
All right, hell yeah, man. Thank you. All right, we can wrap it up here. We got some news in Bitcoin Cash. BCH continues trading around $200 level while traders debate whether support can hold after recent weakness. I don't believe so. I think that like the saving grace for Bitcoin Cash right now is the fact that these corporate and institutional investors haven't really hedged their bets in and diversified yet. So I do think like that moment is inevitable. Like MicroStrategy's investors,
When it's time to
they're
diversify, they're gonna pick
they're
Bitcoin Cash.
they're
Like,
going
yeah,
to
'cause it works
demand
best.
it. Well,
Yeah.
not just that, but it's the only real hedge against BTC Bitcoin. If you're investing in BTC Bitcoin and you're heavily invested, how do you even moderately diversify that with a hedge? And that is BCH. It's the only option. And then you could say like Ethereum, Litecoin, things like that. But if you're heavily invested in the BTC and you want to hedge that bet and diversify, you have to have a large percentage in BCH because it is what it is. So I think that is Bitcoin Cash's price's saving grace right now for this year. There is that opportunity, that chance is on the table. And I think that more pressure that these investors put on companies like MicroStrategy, as we see BTC not doing so well, the DEX is going to come, and Bitcoin Cash will be number 2 on that. Like it has no, they have to acknowledge it. So I think that's its saving grace. But up until that moment occurs, I don't see much support even at the $200 price level. When you look at the slippage on market cap overall, it's riding down there in the 20s now. It's not even in the top 20 of all cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap. And I think that hurts sentiment. It's going to hurt new on-ramping. The only thing is we can probably go after legacy investors who have invested in BTC and convince them to diversify and hedge into BCH. But trying to convince new investors, unless they're aware of the potential that it has to be in, hedge funds and DEXs and all these, reserves, I don't think that they're going to see the potential, right? So we have to make them aware, like let people know that, you know, Bitcoin Cash has no choice but to go up from here. I mean, it may still ride lower, but there's going to be an inevitability where it just skyrockets and takes off because of how much money is going to have to come into Bitcoin Cash just to catch up with how much money has gone into Bitcoin. It's crazy. They got almost a million BTC with MicroStrategy. You don't think they're going to want to have a couple thousand or a couple 100,000 BCH?
Right, for sure. But speaking of BCH too, man, you should check your tip top. You gotta refresh it, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have it set up automatically, so the tips don't just pop up. Ugh, I kind of want him to fix that, but I also know why. We have to put in the thing that like blocks curse words or just makes them all like the star letters. Okay, I'm logged in. I'm looking. We got this new layout, so I'm trying to figure out where everything is. Oh, he may have me in a boot loop.
A boot loop?
Yeah, I'm boot looping.
What's that?
I see your tip here. Thank you, by the way. I see it. But I can't get it to show up. Boot looping means things keep going in a circle. So when I click on the link that says view tips, where I should be able to confirm your tip, it sends me right back to the screen that says click here to view tips. So I don't know how to get in to the tips. Oh, wait, maybe. I clicked the drop down menu. He keeps changing everything. I got tip rules. Okay, there's tip rules now. Bobcat, you changed everything. All right, there's OBS integration, live store, clip review. Yeah, I don't see a spot to get into tips right now, unfortunately.
Bummer.
Yeah, but I could always wait and do it tomorrow when we're live, and it will pop up.
Yeah.
Which is another thing I like. Even if I'm not live on the air right now, if you want to send a tip to tiptop.chat with the scan to tip right there, when I am live the next time, I can accept the tip and it will pop up when I am live. So even off-air tips will show up the next time I am on air, which is really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, because that doesn't really happen with like YouTube or nothing like that.
Yeah, none of that. TikTok shit. You can't just You can't tip somebody unless they're live. Can't give them gifts unless they're live. You can't go back to our old video and send a gift to it. I don't think anyway.
No.
I'm pretty sure you can't.
No, you can't. Yeah. And you won't get even if you could, you wouldn't get the shout out on the screen. You know what I mean? It just
Right.
It's not the same.
Yeah. See, like on Facebook, you can send stars on Facebook at any time.
Bro, when you are building a new PC.
Yeah, soon. I need a new PC, man. Things are starting.
Get a RTX 5070, not lower than that, because for all the 5060s are like bullshit. They are just money waste.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking for video editing and live streaming, Apples are really good. They're not good for much, but they are good for like video editing, and they are pretty good for live streaming. So I could just get like a Mac. Or like
I told you I got the mini Mac for you, bro.
Yeah, that's really all I need is like a Mac Mini.
Yeah, you can get that Mac Mini and just a display. I think that's enough. Like the ecosystem is well built with video editing and stuff. Like it's an heavy tasking. You can just
I use CapCut for video editing, and it kills my laptop, man. Like whenever I open CapCut, my laptop starts making noises only like victims make. You know what I'm saying? Like it's sad. I feel so bad for my laptop, man, but it tries. We're coming up here on the hour, guys. Shout out to AJ Tunes. Thank you so much for drawing in the background and drawing us. We got to get Miggy. If you're listening, send your full body image over.
Nah, fuck Miggy.
Do it, Miggy.
Miggy, your ass won't be around. Fuck you, nigga. How about that? Motherfucker.
00 said, fuck you, fight me. Crypto fight night. He might do it.
Yeah, I'm ready for that shit too.
Hey, bro, you had a fight in Singapore, right? Like.
Yeah, they want me to do it again, but I don't know, man. I think about
in Singapore
it,
again?
I don't know. Yeah. That's the only reason I want to do it. It's like I'm
listen,
so
I'm gonna have my passport now. I'll go over there and whoop somebody's ass. You hear me?
Yeah,
That
next
shit
year,
be
next
funny.
year, you probably will be a fighter because, like I said, they only really fucks with people in this space that have like followers or whatever, or
Yeah.
like whatever. But like a year from now, you're gonna be that dude. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a thing too, cause bro, like I said, bro, I can really fight. Like I really got experience fighting. Like I probably fought like 500 times, at least 500 times. Like you know what I'm saying. So like a lot of people probably only fought maybe 20 times their whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like
By the way, bro, I had a dream like I want to play Apex with you, bro. I have told you so many times, but I think our server doesn't matches our ping actually.
Yeah,
That's-
no,
can
man,
be an
that's the
issue.
worst part. Yeah, there has
You
to
are a
be
really
like.
good player, bro.
Thank you, man. I've been playing a little bit here and there. Actually, I got a broken controller because 00 doesn't want to mail me my controller.
shut up, bring your ass here.
Whoa.
I'm actually planning for like the day you can say a daily stream on my official account, and on the weekends I'm gonna stream the games and just chill out with you guys actually. Like if you can just get a PC for like a streaming, I think it will be a cool for a 2-3 hour streams, just pushing the rank and having some stuffs around. I think
Oh yeah, no, I
that
definitely want to do that. I'm so down, man. I've been wanting to play Arc Raiders too on live stream because I really like Arc Raiders.
yeah, I haven't played it. I think it's a paid game, right?
Yeah, it's like $60 or something. I don't know. My brother bought me it, and I love it. It's a great game. Oh, let's wrap this up. All right, everybody.
Yeah.
This was not another Bitcoin podcast. What up, Cal? He says never been in a fight, never back down from one either. And that's how you know you're living life pure, bro. I love to hear that, man. Never had to be in a fight, but also never had to back down from one. That's just you lived a pretty vibe life, man. That's an accomplishment. I feel like that could be on a tombstone. I think I could rest in peace with that motherfucking bumper sticker on my tombstone. Never been in a fight, never backed down from one either. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, that's a fucking tombstone for me, bro. I like that. I can't say that, so it can't be my tombstone, but like, yeah, that's a fucking quote for a cinder block if I ever heard one. All right, not another Bitcoin podcast. We had AJ Tunes here. Check him out. You can get your art made right here by AJ Tunes. So if you have, like a loved one with a special day coming up or an anniversary or something, get some custom art made by a human instead of fucking AI and give that to them for their birthday or whatever. All right, 00 Tats, congratulations on your fundme.cash success. We all cannot wait to see that Sprinter van pull up to the next event. Don't forget to like, share, drop some comments, and as always, have a day.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're 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 gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.